And welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the show. It is me, your boy Rico No Suave. Let me say it again for you. Rico No Suave. Hey, man, I am super happy to be back with each and every one of you guys. Hey, it's just another great Wednesday here in the U.S. all day, every day. And, every time I miss you guys a lot, like always. And I know you miss me through the TV. I know you miss me through chats. But I miss you as always because there's so much to be able to talk about. Everybody, we got a fun-filled packed show for you guys today, and I am super happy to actually be here with us. Hey, don't forget to share our information. Don't forget to share everything about us to the world. But we got a fun-filled packed show today, and we got to get this show on the road. But we have to talk about something I'm going to recircle back again because June is Mental Health Month for us men. When we talk about that, everybody, we talk about what do we do as men to be able to make sure that we are, number one, taking care of our health, right? Number two, it's to be able to try to be as much as stress-free as we can. And also to be able to smile through the pain that we may go through. I think one of the biggest things about what men's mental health is trauma that we may actually have through family and also through friends. And there's also where there's depression, the things that may happen. And how do we get away from that, right? What do we do? What activities do we actually want to put ourselves in to be able to make sure that we actually are staying away from being depressed and being able to be suicidal as well, too? The one thing that I will have to tell you is that we have to actually get help from either family or friends or get therapy, right? Get some counseling. Be able to do activities like basketball, workout, go fishing, right? Go and do some things that stimulate your mind and make you happy. Grab a hobby, get a hobby, and do some things like that as well. So I want to let everybody know, if you know a man that's out there that may be going through some things, please make sure you go right ahead, hug him, or even say, I got something for you. Give him a gift, right? Or say, I got this activity for you. But this is, of course, we're still in June's Mental Men's Health Month. Let's go. Yeah. All right, everybody. It's time for me to introduce this lady. I feel like we've been best friends for years, right? As much as we have actually talked, and it's good when you actually have a great connection. But she is an actress. She is a director. She is a producer and also a writer. She has made so many milestones for herself as an accomplishment. I am so happy to be able to talk about some of them here on the Rico No Suave show. Everybody, I want you guys to stand up, put your hand and put a heart there and show her nothing but love. Put your hands together for my girl, ya tu sabes, mi gente, Roquel Lafayette. Let's go. Roquel,
Hi, Rico. How are you?
how
This
are
day has
you, love? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. And
Hey,
thank you for having me on the show.
let's go. Let's go. We here now. We here, Roquel. Roquel,
I
we're
know it.
here. And I'm so happy to actually have you here on the show. Super hype, super happy, and hype as always to be here as far as with you today. You know what, Roquel, before we get started, I always like to ask my guests, do they have any shout outs that they like to give out there to people in the world?
No, just my friends, my family, and my followers, and everyone that knows me. I love you all. That's it.
And they love you back. And I love you too. I just want to let you
I
know
love.
that. I love you
Okay.
too. All right, let's get it
Thank
on, man. Let's get it on. There's so much to talk about. And we
Okay.
only got, 55 minutes of fame going on here. All right. So
Okay.
let's talk about what influenced you in wanting to become an actress?
Well, as early as I can remember, I was a little girl and I grew up as the only child. So I would watch a lot of TV
Mm-hmm.
and I would watch a television show and then I would mimic, I would reenact. And I think my parents saw that and I would do speeches and things at church for Easter, for Christmas. And I just started enjoying it and I liked it as something that I really um, had a knack for. So that's how I started.
Okay. With the impressions, like in regards to like going around, because you know us as the kids, we like to mimic stuff, right? And when we
Yeah.
start mimicking things, it's just like, hey, you know, I am this and I know how to do this as well too. So it's kind of like when you were practicing, right? Trying, wanting to be that actress. Who were some of the people that kind of actually helped you along the way to be able to say, hey, I'm going to influence you, but I'm also, you know, be able to help you to become that great actress?
Well, I'm just going to say I used to watch classics like with my family, and there was Mae West. So I say, hey, big boy, why don't you come
Ooh,
up and see me sometimes? I thought that was funny.
that
But
was good.
thank you. Um, Also, Janet Jackson used to do that as well. Um,
Yeah.
but coming up, people, like I said, at church, they were like, "Oh, you have talent," and so I would just, like I said, I watched television.
Yeah.
Later on in life, I met different actors who were pursuing their career and they were taking acting classes. And they encouraged me to take acting classes, and that's what I did. Began taking acting classes and workshops
When
as
you
well.
start taking those classes, how old were you when you start taking those classes? And also, what was the experience like with training? Because that, you know, that takes you that takes you a while to be able to make sure that you work on your craft, you work on who you are as a upcoming actress during that time. What was training like for you?
Well, like as I said, I got most of my training through church, but my parents were more focused on education. So that wasn't,
Oh,
they were like, oh, that's a hobby, it's okay. But meanwhile, I
yeah,
was learning, I was training. And when I got older, as a teenager, I
sure.
began taking classes like on Saturday. I took some at USC. And then when I got a little older, I took some classes at UCLA. Once I, became 18 and over, I
Yep,
just began taking classes on my own because, I had my own money and I could afford it. So
that's awesome.
I you take improv, comedy classes, drama classes, scene study, all of that. You have to
Yeah.
always work on your tool, your craft.
You just have a natural style to you where I feel that any role that comes to you, you actually can just work in that role. Was that
Mhm.
during that time? Did you actually have like a specific role that you just love to play, or you just said, give it all to me, baby? Let's go.
Give it all. If it's comedy, because I'm funny, and if
Yeah.
it's drama, I can cry. So I just go from one spectrum to the other, one end to the other. Yes.
Some of the movies that that we watch on TV, and there's soap operas that that
Mhm.
we actually watch on TV.
Mhm.
There was some people that I love to actually see, or my mom. I should say my mom, because us guys, we wasn't
Yes.
too much into the
Right.
soap
Right.
operas like that. It was my mama.
Right.
I mean, my mom, she,
They have it
she
on
would
every
she would
day.
be glued to the TV. Can't wait to the next episode, right?
Exactly, exactly. And then they were having a conversation. You think they're talking about real people, and they're talking about actors. She's like, "Who did that? Oh, they did that." And it's like, "Oh, we're talking about the stories." That's what they call it, the stories.
Yeah. It was always like, we call it bochinche, but it's like gossiping, right? I mean,
Right,
gossiping
right.
all day. and
Yeah.
like,
Well,
like
she didn't
man,
know
who
her
did that?
boyfriend didn't know she did that. I'm like, what? Yes. There was a New York soap operas and the ones in California.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your first acting gig that you actually got. Talk to us about that.
I mean, my very first acting gig was Action Jackson, which is a movie with Carl Weathers, may he
Yeah.
rest in peace, and alongside Denise Matthews, who also known as Vanity. That was my very first acting role. I played a police officer.
Hmm.
It was like a bit part, but I was on there for like 3 weeks because I worked in the precinct where Action Jackson worked. So that was really exciting. I was so excited to be there. That was
Man,
my very
what type of motivation is that? That's all I'm telling you. I'm like, you gotta have like major motivation after you see. And rest in
right.
peace
That was
to
it. That
Carl,
was it
right?
for me.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm like, okay, I'm a movie star now. This is it.
That's what I'm talking about.
To see them all the time and Vanity be singing on the set. Oh wow, it was everything.
Oh, that's hard. Did you ever get a
Yes.
chance to like? Did you get the chance to talk to him, or you
Oh
know?
yeah, I was there for
Yeah.
3 weeks. Oh yes, yes, Carl Weathers, and always taking his shirt off because he just wanted to flex his muscles. But it was okay. I mean, hey, it was eye candy. Oh, it was fun. It was a lot of fun working on that
Be like,
set.
hey, Carl, man, we ain't at the Predator, man. We ain't on Predator, right? We ain't doing Rocky. He ain't calling Adrian right now. That's crazy.
Yes.
Well, that's good. I mean, because that's really good, motivation to move on
Oh, oh
to
yes.
the next. So, what was it like? Because you were also in Harlem Nights, right? Harlem
Yes.
Nights as well too. Because those
Mhm,
are kind of the first two major ones that
mhm.
you were in. But how was that as far as going being in Harlem Nights as well?
Well, Harlem Nights and another 48 Hours. It was with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Harlem Nights was really, really good. I loved it. I mean, star-studded. Red Fox and Della Reese. It was just star-studded. Richard Pryor, and so
Yeah.
all of them. There were laughs on the set. It was just like wow. I was in awe. Um, Again, I was featured, and in the Cotton Club, so it was fun. And to meet Jasmine Guy and to work with
Yeah.
those people were like that's definitely motivation. So
The costumes that they actually wore in Harlem Nights back in the
wow.
day,
Mhm.
just makes you feel like you're going into a nice, beautiful club. But to be able to
Right.
work on that scene or work,
Right.
on set like that,
Yes.
what was
The
that like
costume.
for you?
Oh, it put you in the like 1930s. It just give you a whole vibe and attitude. We had to go for fittings because I had different wardrobe changes, and they were all just so beautiful. And it just made you feel you felt like you were in that time. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Playing all that good music too.
Yes.
Man, the music itself. What was it like after the set? Like after you was off the set, meeting Eddie Murphy, and I'm sure you met a lot of great stars as well too,
Mhm.
that just played in it. But I'm sure people also came there that was friends of theirs
Mhm.
to the actual set. What was it like just being around them as far as motivation?
Motivation, and that was motivation, that all things are possible.
Yes.
There's no limits. You can be whatever you want to be, as long as you have faith and just you have to focus and know that's what you really want to do. People ask me all the time, but you have to have that passion for it. But being around them and seeing those cars and just, I'm like, wow, I'm here with Della Reese, people I used to see on TV, and Richard
Yeah.
Pryor. Wow,
Yeah.
that was something. I really, it's going to stay with me forever.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm living through you right now, Roquel. I'm living right through you right now
Aw,
because being in that is the milestones that you hit just at that beginning. You were meant to
right,
actually be on TV. You were meant to
right.
actually be there. And,
Mhm.
all things is possible. Just like you said, all things is possible because,
Yes.
man, by you being there, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Another question, real quick, in regards to being on set. Sometimes we feel like we starstruck, but then of course we
Mhm.
got to hold it all in sometimes until we really get a chance to speak with them enough.
Right.
Did you ever get any encouragement or any of like inspirational words from any of the actors that you actually work with?
Oh, many, several.
That's
Just
nice.
in general, well, everyone knows Shirley Ralph is
Yep.
really she is very inspiring. Always saying, never give up on yourself. Always pursue your dreams. Don't let anyone, railroad you or anything. Just go after your dreams, and that sticks with me. Many actors. Most people. I find that most people who, or I want to say artists who have been successful, most of them will encourage you. They see the desire in you.
That bright light. That's what they saw.
Mhm.
That's what they saw on Roquel. They saw that bright light. They saw that energy, right? They saw
Mhm.
what you were basically about. They saw that probably you were real, like you were real and you were humble and you was like, at the same time too, we all hungry. We get hungry, right? We get hungry too,
Right.
right?
Right.
And that happens as far as with us in regards to wanting more, right? That's
Yes.
a big milestone, really big milestone as far as, and I
Mhm.
congratulate you on that because that just starts taking you to the next level. Let's talk
Yes.
about that next level
Okay.
because there's soap operas that's
Hmm.
there. Let's talk about your journey into the soap operas. Talk to us in regards to how you got your gig in soap operas.
Well, I took a class, and it actually was soap operas, and his name is Russ Weatherford, and it was a soap opera class, and I was like, okay, well, because like I said, I was taking different classes, so I took that class, and I really liked it, and so I started submitting. You could submit yourself, back then, and well, still you still can, but I would
Yeah.
submit myself, and I started getting calls, and I got called to Days of Our Lives, Generations, Bold and Beautiful, and um, it was one other, Passions. And I got called for Days of Our Lives, and I got called back again. I got called several times, and then I, the big one was like I was on there for like 4 months, and that led into me getting into the Television Academy. I met
Let's
Patricia
go.
Darbo, who assisted me, who was a actress on there, a lead, and we are still friends today.
Hmm.
And the soap world, they move very, very fast as opposed to being on a set. If you're on a feature film, you may be there 12 hours, sometimes 14 hours. But
Yeah.
on the soap operas, you go fast. You go in and you do your blocking. Blocking is where you have your marks, where you're gonna go, where you're gonna walk. You go hair and makeup, then wardrobe, and you go and you shoot it, and you pretty much out there. You could be in at 9 and out by 12. So
Wow.
that's what I like.
Wow.
Yes.
It's called stamina. Number one,
Mhm.
you gotta have stamina. You gotta
Yeah.
have the passion, and you gotta know that
Mhm.
time can fly by fast if you're
It does.
having fun, right?
Right. Yes.
And I know there could have been a lot of long nights as well as far as for you. It's like, man, my body, my
Mhm.
soul, right? Where is it going with this, And what can I do to be able to continue to maintain that? What was the
Mhm.
motivation for you? Because being on set for that long of time, you know, per episodes, right? And we'll talk about the difference between the feature films and also the soap operas. But the ones that you've been in, how did you stay motivated or what did you do to keep yourself going, knowing that you're going to have these long days?
Well, it's a hurry up and wait. That's Hollywood. And they're like, oh, be here by 5 a.m. And you may not go on actual set to 9. So, we're sitting around, you got to drink coffee, you just meditate because your time is coming. So that's what keeps you going because you're going to be on the set. You may think, oh my God, it's been another hour because they're still working on another scene and your scene
Yeah,
hasn't came up yet. So you just know I got to do my best, so I can't, slack on it. So you
right.
just, like I said, meditation, and just say, hey, I got to give it my all. I got to give this scene my all.
Let's go. Is there
Hmm.
like I always like to hear when they say, cut, let's do it again.
uh,
Did you have a lot of those when and for like the soap opera era? Did you have a lot of those when you actually came on, or was it just like, hey, I know what I'm doing, bada bing, bada boom, we're good to
well,
go, and that's how it went.
well, the director recall cut,
Yeah,
surely not the actors.
yeah,
Um, can you imagine? God, wait a
right,
minute,
right.
I'm not. You know, but,
Yeah,
well,
okay,
so but, and sometimes, I mean, well, soap operas, or any, you have to do pickups. And
yeah,
sometimes people do forget their lines, or it's just, you have to get different angles. You have close up, you have wide shots.
yeah,
It's not as easy as people think. They think,
sure,
oh, I could do that. But no, it's hard work. It really is.
yeah. What was it for you to, of course, being able to be in certain movies, like the classics, but also you start getting into, the soap operas as well. What was it? How did you start getting used to different angles, and how did you start knowing, oh, this is how it really is. Okay, this is how we do this, right? So when did it actually like click for you to know that, okay, I got camera one, I got camera two, I got different angles, and okay, all right, let's hit it. So you know exactly how to make it like normal for you.
Well, just being on the set and watching other actors
Yeah.
on set,
Hmm.
and see when you're on the set, that's your best training because you can see all what goes on. There's a lot of people there. There's a whole crew, so you can see who is doing what, and you got booms and the camera operators and grips, and there's a lot of people there. So you learn
Yeah.
while you're there. And of course, director, they have your marks. So, your marks is the green line or yellow line, just you got to walk here. And so
Yeah.
they guide you through it.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you have I don't know, that's like asking me in Chicago what is my favorite pizza or hot dogs. Uh is there a favorite
Mhm.
soap opera that you like to actually be on and playing that specific role in soap operas?
Well, like I said, I worked Generations, I worked Bold and Beautiful, I've worked Days of Our Lives, I worked Passions. So I've done that. One role I did enjoy was opposite Blair Underwood, a High Incident on ABC. Now that was
Nice.
a good one. Like he was played a cop, and I was being aggressive with him. So I
Yeah.
like that one.
Oh, you mean Blair Underwood?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Opposite, and I was all up in his face. Yeah, da da da. And he's like got his billy club, and yeah. So
Yeah.
that was a fun role. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Mhm.
And kind of like what my mom, bless her heart, she loves soap operas. When it comes to soap operas, right now she's also in TV series, but bless her heart, she was, watched the Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless,
Oh,
all of those, man,
yep.
and
All
it
my
was
children,
just,
young
it's
and
just
restless.
such a great thing to see her eyes light up when she know that her show is actually coming on, right? And
Oh yeah,
also,
you can't call or nothing. Yeah.
not at all.
Don't mess with them. I'm listening to them. I went watching my stories. You know.
Like,
I know I didn't mean to cut you off.
right.
But
My
I
mom got
agree.
an answer machine, so she be having. She knows she hear me when I tell her pick up. I know you watching your show, right?
Right.
Watching your show. And I know you watching soap operas, and she be like, boy. I'm watching my soap operas right now. I'll call you back.
That's it. You be all into it. It's a
But
daily thing.
it's awesome, man. It's awesome to have you here because I'm living through what my mom lived through just to be able to interview you here on this show, and
Yeah, it's
that's
the cliffhanger every day. So they're like, what's gonna happen next? Especially on a Friday. They gotta wait the whole weekend. Oh man.
yeah, that's another
They be
one.
talking about it. Like, who you talking about? Oh, we talking about the stories. Okay.
That's another one. That's so funny you said that because my mom be like, man, oh shoot, I gotta wait until Monday,
Exactly.
and don't let it be a rerun. Oh, it's
Oh,
over. Oh, it's over. My mom will be
can't
like,
have any
oh
fun.
man, I thought it was something brand new. I'm like, you got to
Mm.
stay up on it, mom. But man, this is awesome, man. Roquel, I am so happy that you're here on the show with me today and being able to talk about this in your life in regards to being on set and being able to be that, how can I say, be that actress to be able to meet so many great people as well too, and being able to keep working on your art and
Right.
your craft. Before we take, of course, a commercial break, because already know time is not on our side when we actually have this hour.
Mhm.
What were some of what were some of your funniest moments that you actually had on set? Let's talk about the soap opera since, of course, my mom is going to see this. In regards to some of the funniest moments that you've actually been on set for soap operas, were there any?
Funny?
Yeah.
Well, I just remember they had a double and of an actress. a guest when it was an actress, and I just remember spinning her around, and I thought it was the double, but it was the real person. Ew. But I guess they were dressed alike.
Oh.
And it was like, and she's looking at me like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were, that was kind of an embarrassing moment, but it was funny too." But she was okay with it. I just remember that.
Wow, that's cool. That is awesome, man. For
Yeah.
some of the people that will like to understand the difference between being in soap operas or being an actress in soap operas and also in feature films, what would you say is the actual difference being an actress and of course working on sets between the soap operas and also in feature films?
What is the difference? Like I said, well, the soap operas, I mean, we just go through pages very fast and we are in
Okay.
and out. You're most of the time, majority of the time, when you're doing a feature, um, like I said, you could be on a set 12 hours, 14 hours. You're there a long time, and you're on location. It's not always in a studio. You could be downtown LA. You could be in the street. You could be in the desert.
Yeah.
So it's different. It is different. I think it just takes longer. They do more takes. It's just it's definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I applaud you because you do both. Right?
Oh yeah.
So because you
Hey.
do both, hey, we got to get this done, like blah 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 blah, blah. And then of course on the feature films, okay, we got some time, but hey, we still got to be on time because we want to have
Oh,
this
oh
released
yeah.
by a certain
Mhm.
day. Wow,
Right.
time management. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting. But it also keeps you disciplined too, right?
Yes. Definitely. Yeah, you have
Wow.
to be on time. Yes. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, yeah. Like you
Everything.
said, 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't start till 9. I mean, I don't do my thing till 9. I'm like, man,
Right.
wow, what am I do? How many donuts y'all got? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
dang, you know?
Well, they give you coffee, they give you donuts, they give you food.
Yeah, give me
Yes.
something. Right, give me something. I mean, Candy Crush or something. Yeah, that's awesome. Everybody, we have none other than my girl Roquel Lafayette here. Hey, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got a surprise for you, everybody. All right, everybody, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Be right back. All right, everybody. I got something special because this is special to me of actually having Roquel Lafayette here. But everybody, we're going to show you our first trailer, and this is the trailer of The Battle. All right, everybody, enjoy.
My husband is driving me crazy. I am your wife.
A wife who has no faith in her husband. And I'm out of the job. I don't know where my wife is.
For the past 15 years, I've struggled with him through student loans, law school, mortgage, and basil.
I just wanted to be you and me like we used to be, but you don't know. You are being unfair and unreasonable.
It is my decision. When is it time for me to build on my dreams? No, hey, no, man. I told you, man. Stay the hell away from my wife. You take this as a warning. Baby, you all right?
Oh, this has had a sharp pain in my head.
You may be experiencing PTSD.
STD.
I don't trust you. Rachel doesn't trust you, and neither does Faith. I got 3 distinct personalities If you're not Rachel, then who are you?
Somebody said every day was gonna be sunny skies.
And you want to talk to me about God? That's a miracle to happen.
The miracle of healing happens when you who felt the pain forgives the person who inflicted the wound. My hopes and dreams are fading fast. I'm all burned out. I don't think my strength's gonna last. God can put you back together again. God can heal a broken heart. Crying out to you, Lord, I know who is able to pull me through.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Come on. Hey. I have to tell you, and I'm gonna go to the comments because one of the comments is, I love a great play. Wish theater was more popular, and we talk about that here in Chicago. But congratulations on that, the battle, and that stage play. That just looks awesome, and I do want to congratulate you on that because just watching you, of course, play in the play. I know that's going from stage to film. Give me a quick
Yes.
synopsis in regards to how you felt playing on stage for the battle.
Well, like I wrote it. I was going to do a one-woman show, and then as I started writing, other characters started coming to mind, and then it just grew into a family. So I have a full cast around me. Story developed, and I felt good. I play a mother, I play a wife. It also touches on, as you said, June is mental health month for men, and it touches on that as well. It's healing. It's about healing.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go. Oh, man. Shanta Robinson says, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Oh, man.
thank you, Shante. Yes.
Man. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm saying it in Spanish. Shante, how you doing, love? And John T. for free is checking in today as well, too. And he says, I would like to know if it's hard to stay in character after a 12-hour day. I have been a cashier after 12 hours, and it's really hard to stay in character. And John T., one of our regulars, thank you for that question. But, as a cashier, I can understand. Don't miss a penny. You can't miss a penny on that, bro. So in regards to that question, in regards to a 12-hour day, yeah, I think there was some motivation we kind of talked about earlier with trying to stay in character, and it's kind of hard, by thinking that it's 12 hours for that day. Do you ever get
you have breaks.
fatigue?
Yeah, we have breaks. You have lunch break, but have to know to get back in character.
Yeah.
You know why you're there. You know your purpose. So you could bring it down, but when it's showtime, you gotta bring it back. Gotta be there. Gotta be on point.
Yes. And I agree. Definitely, especially, number one, because this is credits for you, but credit to your value of what you're giving in front of a camera or even on stage as well, too. So playing on stage, being in front of an audience, what was that like versus, of course, you're behind the camera and then people start seeing you on the big screen? What was that like for you, knowing that you had a live audience and you try to stay in character when you actually say something that's sentimental versus, like comedy?
Well, being on stage is definitely rewarding because you have the audience right there. You're getting the feedback right there. There is no cut. You got to keep going, even if
Yeah.
someone dropped their lines. That's where I said improvisation classes is good because you have to be able to still carry because you know the story. So you have to be
Yeah.
able to carry it. However, you know, not being with an audience, it's much different. It's more intimate. But being on stage like that, you get a rush. It's your life. I've done many stage productions, and it's nothing like being on stage. That's awesome.
I've heard that with plenty of actors and
Hmm.
actresses that actually came on my show that, the stage presence is so intense because you're feeling
Correct.
the energy
Hmm.
of the audience itself. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that is cool. And you did bring up a good point in regards to the improv piece because if
Hmm.
something goes, kind of a little bit of haywire or off, you have to, improvise in
Right.
regards to that. So yeah, it's important. It's important as well too.
Yes.
When studying, and I know we talked about training,
Hmm.
before, and but training is such an important piece, and this is kind of more of an inspirational piece for the young ones that's actually coming up and want to come in into your footsteps as well. The training piece, how important, because some people think that it's natural for them to be able to go and do this, but there are certain techniques that people need to understand what training gives you. Can you explain some of the techniques that they need to be, the young ones need to understand that it's not just by getting in front of a camera, but you have to have certain type of techniques in order for you to be able to make it?
Yes, well, you should already. Well, most people, if they feel that they want to be an actor or actress, they have something within them. But the training, it develops, it cultivates, it brings it out of you, because you're like in a shell,
Yeah.
and if you can, a good coach can bring that out of you, have
Yeah.
help you develop, excuse me, to
Sure.
cry or whatever it is. Training is to me is essential, and you never stop training. You should always take a class. You don't have to be every day, or but take a workshop. But someone that's just starting out, I would say try everything. Try commercials, do improv, do scene studies, work on monologues, because all of that is
Oh
you're going to
yeah.
need that. You're going to utilize that in the future.
Yeah.
So that's what I would suggest.
Nice. Before we had audition tapes where you would send it in, and now we got social media, and we got certain things where I think you were able to go in person. You were going in person and then reading off scripts, and now you can just send like a media file that you can send to people and see if they like you or not, instead
Right.
of going in person. Um, do you feel that, is it both still, where you have to go in person to be able to read the lines, or it's all digital nowadays?
Well, mostly it's self tapes,
Okay.
and having a self tape, you could do it many times as you want, and you could send in what you feel that's your best. Um, I personally like going into the office with the casting director. They would have the reader, and they could direct you there what they want, because you
Right.
don't really know what they really want. Um, so that's just personally. But after 2020, things changed, and they have mostly self tape.
Self tapes, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I think I did a self tape
Hmm.
myself, trying to get on a game show,
Oh.
and I was like, let me see what I could do, and it's weird for me to be able to just see myself,
Hmm.
doing that, right? And I'm like, well, someone for yourself is like natural, right? You know exactly what you have. When it comes to, of course, having a portfolio for yourself, there are, we call them sizzle reels. Do you have sizzle reels that you update very often, and how often should someone actually update their, I guess, audition reel or the sizzle reel?
If they have a reel, well, anytime that you do some work that you're proud of, I would suggest put it on your reel, especially if you're just starting out. If it's classes or it's something you have a monologue that you really do that you're proud of, you can have someone shoot it and put it on a reel, and you can shop for agents, managers, for someone to represent you, to send you out so that you can get in front of casting directors and so that you can, get work.
Yeah. All right. Let's shift this because time is not on our side again. And I'm having a good. Are you having a good time?
Yes, of course. I talk to you all the time, right? Old friends. I know.
I know. And I love
Don't
it. I
laugh
love
at me.
it.
Don't laugh at me.
Hey, I love it, girl. I mean, trust me. Your energy is my Red Bull.
They're like, "Hi, Rico." He's like, "Oh Lord, what you want now?"
I love it, man. I love it. So when it comes to shifting a little bit, because when we talk about directing, right, and it kind of goes into that will be our next segment after our next commercial break. But when it comes to directing and also producing, you being an actress and now knowing the whole realm of how things work on set, as a director, oh man, I mean, there's so many ways you can go about this. Being a director, when was it that you knew that you were ready to actually start directing films or plays if you're doing them?
Well, as I said, I'm grounded from church, and I was in the church choir, the drama club, I did everything. And so I would, sometimes I just direct a play that was already written. And then I started directing, my own work. And so that's just, I knew like, okay, well, you're going to come through this door, you're going to sit down here and this, and, I'll start doing scenes. And then it's like anything, it starts growing. So
what you're telling me is, Roquel, that you has been a director ever since church. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I still go to church, but I'm just saying, yes.
You're natural. Hey.
Yeah, that's where you learn. That was my training ground.
Okay.
So I can be free to no judgment zone or anything.
I like that. Yes. I like that. Okay. So, we got a few people. We got a few people in the chat. Bishop J.L. Tolbert says, "Speak, Queen, speak. Very proud of you."
Hi, Bishop. Yay. Love you.
We got R-H-O. Roquel, have you ever tried stand-up comedy?
Now, stand-up comedy, no, I have not. I was like, oh, now that's hard to stand up and just have people laugh at you. But no, I really have not. That's probably something that I would like to tackle, though, because I love a challenge. I've thought about it. And I would go to the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory. I love it. Yeah. But it's like, ooh,
I just think that and Ro, I think you're going somewhere with that in a good way, because knowing Roquel, you have this high energy and you're very you will be good in comedy. I think you would. I think you have it. Like I have it. I think you could. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Give me a little chit chat there. Let me know. Let us know. I think you would be good. You have the personality for it as well too. Janet Moore, she says, he is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, love. And she is awesome too. We got Roquel here, so don't leave her out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because Roquel is awesome as well too. Man, everybody, time is not on our side, everyone. And I told Roquel, it's gonna be fun, and it's just this hour is gonna go just that quick. Guys, if you have more questions or any more comments, thank you guys so much for tuning in and sharing your hour as far as with us. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, everybody. And, of course, I got something special. We're going to be back. Give you about 35 seconds this time. We'll be right back.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. Your card donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home. Donate your unwanted card today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction.
Call 800-723-2013.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with stubborn weight and visceral fat? It's time to reset with Fupa Water. Packed with powerhouse ingredients like spirulina, turmeric, and aloe vera, Fupa Water is your daily detox and hydration boost all in one. Flush out toxins, energize your body, and say goodbye to that stubborn belly fat. Ready to feel lighter and stronger? Get yours today at fupawater.com. And for a limited time, use code RNSS for the Rico No Suave show and get an additional 10% off on your first order.
All right, everybody. Hey, we got something special once again because Roquel Lafayette is special. And we got another trailer that we want to show you, everyone. This I present to you all. This is Desperate. Let's.
Mom, what's wrong?
Sorry for your loss.
Like the sea, I'm full.
If you go about getting money the wrong way,
look, Donnie.
Like the
wind,
sure I
this?
am unsure.
it comes with a God of its own.
You don't want to owe this guy. He's tripping.
Like the
And if
burning
he shows up,
fire.
I'm sure, bro.
He's going to demand your soul.
You don't need his kind of money. Just give me another chance.
Just give me the money.
Mister, you got a dollar?
Hey, little man. I have $1 for you.
Kid, riding around on a killing spree. For what?
I ain't no snitch, man.
Moss, you're interfering with my investigation. Get the hell out of here.
I promise, if I find out you hurt my little cousin, I will go Sodom and Gomorrah on your ass.
Kill that man, Donnie.
Kill it.
I don't like you. You're soft.
Shots? Yeah. That kid runs out, jumps in a fancy Jeep, and takes off.
So listen to me closely, Joker. What did you tell the detective?
Freeze! Police! Drop the broom!
Go get him, Snakes.
I got him.
Michael, Donnie's in trouble.
If you ever get in a situation, I want you to pray. And I'm going to teach you.
Dear Heavenly Father,
Got you, Biggie.
please send my guardian angel to protect me.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hey,
Yes.
I'm desperate. That's all I gotta say. Right? Hey, entertaining strangers is what I do when they look at the show. You know, and this is awesome, man. Congratulations on this. If you want to give a brief synopsis in regards to what it means for you to be able to be a part of the Sean Salisbury production with this movie, Desperate.
Well, I was very grateful. The way it happened, I met Mr. Salisbury at a film festival, and unfortunately, he had someone else to play that role, and the person passed away. It was a relative, and we started talking, and he told me about the role, and I auditioned, and the role was I just felt it was heaven sent. She plays a strong mother that's guiding her son. However, he gets into a lot of things as young men of today get into. And it's centered around that. And I can't give everything away.
No, don't give him everything. No.
We just wrapped, and we had a red carpet screening, and now it's in the hands of the distributors. So we'll see who's going to pick it up.
That's awesome, man. Let's go.
Shout out to Sean Salisbury and Aaron David.
Aaron David, is that the
Yes,
other person?
he's also a
Okay.
producer. Yes.
Oh, big shout out to the producers on this, man. It looks cool. The guy that had the zebra pants on kind of threw me for a loop there. And when he was out, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to see this. I want to see this. Awesome, man. Playing with the different characters, in this, with the different roles. What was it like playing as far as on the same set with everyone?
Wow, I was like, they look real. Like, are they real gang members? That was my first thought. I say tattoos. I was like, okay. But, they were very nice. It was a very pleasant set to work on. Very positive. Everyone's nice. It's like family. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
very proud to be a part of Salisbury Productions. They have done other work and about to do other in the future. And I would love to just be a part of it. And yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Salisbury Productions. Hey, I just by looking at that, I was like, man, this is going to be a hit. I prayed that everything goes well. They send it out and somebody picks that up. You guys pick that up and make that happen, right?
Exactly.
Pick that up. You heard it from me. And I pray that everything goes well, and I'm sure everything is going to go just as planned, man. So congratulations on that. Yeah.
Yay.
Congratulations on it. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question because it's getting to know who Roquel Lafayette is.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, it's raining outside, and Roquel is, she's just there. What type of music does Roquel listen to when it's raining outside?
I never thought about the raining and music, but I guess it depends on your mood. I like all genres, so I like all type of music. But if it's raining, I guess you'll be more mellow.
Okay.
It could be jazz. It could be Luther Vandross.
Uh-oh.
It could be yes, exactly. That may get you in trouble.
Yeah, well,
I said it depends on the mood. What kind of mood? How far you want to go?
Right. Right.
Okay.
That's awesome. I think, when it's a rainy day, what makes you happy? What makes Roquel Lafayette happy on a rainy day? And if music is part of that, that's good because you put on that Luther, you're gonna be in there. You're gonna be in there with Luther, and that's good. That's good.
Right.
Does Roquel have a hobby that she likes?
You said, do I have a hobby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have several hobbies. I mean, I love gardening. I have a home and I have rose garden. I have all types of flowers. I love flowers. Also, I have a vegetable garden that I'm tending to at this time. But I love, everyone that knows me, I love that gardening. And I learned that from my grandfather when I was a little girl.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay. That's the only thing I'm gonna let everybody know about you. You got the garden. We like that. You got Luther, or you got some smooth jazz when it's raining. Okay, that's cool.
Luther, I got some roses.
Right. We'll look vegetable garden. You know what I mean? That's cool too. Hey, so we're gonna go through a few milestones of pictures. Right? Okay. And people that you have met along your way on your journey, and some really great, important people, right? That's in your life as well. And for us to be able to see that, inspires us to be able to live through you, but also be inspired by the people you connected with and just took pictures with. So we're going to start off with the first one, and we're going to let you talk about it. Who is this?
Okay, so that's Kate Linder. She's on Young and the Restless. She's been on there for like 43 years.
Yeah.
And we're very close, and we've been friends like about 25 years. She's very special to me. She's very encouraging. As you see the other picture, we had a birthday party together. We had it on her star. She's very encouraging. She's one of my really close friends.
Awesome. All right, let's go to that next one. Ooh, wait.
Angela Bassett. I love Angela. She is so inspiring. She has a lot of class, of course, talent. She just carries herself so well, and she's very kind and a great actress.
Awesome.
She doesn't get the recognition she needs. And of course, Viola Davis.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That be the cry, the snot, and everything. Everything. Oh, well, she's an EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, I love her. She is awesome. Oh, man. And here's another one.
Yep, Shirley Ralph. Dreamgirls, Broadway, star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Emmy winner, Moesha, Abbott Elementary. Yes.
Nice.
Meryl Streep.
Yes.
Wow, she doesn't really need an introduction.
No.
But what I was happy about is that she's so sweet, very friendly, very kind. I had the pleasure of sitting next to her having dinner, and wow, and she's very encouraging as well. Now, if you get encouragement from Meryl Streep, that's everything.
Let's go.
Even the whole SAG Foundation is under her name. Meryl Streep is everything. I used to hear that name when I was a little girl. Never thought of it. And I told her I never thought I would meet you. There's no one sitting next to you.
Wow. Wow.
Ava DuVernay. She's everything.
Yes.
Director. She's wonderful. And very, very, very kind. Another encouraging person.
That's a blessing. You know, that's a blessing. And Shantae said it good. God is good. And I think because of the people that you've met is such an it's an amazing journey to be able to know how people are attracted to your energy, you know, attracted to your energy and attracted to who you are as a person because you're humble. And I know that, right? And I know because you love life. And I think that's why people give you what you actually need is more encouragement. But I got something you need.
You got something?
A shirt. I got a shirt for you.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Woohoo. Thank you. Okay.
I got a shirt for you. And the reason why I give this shirt to what we call Gems of the World, GEM with an S, Gems of the World. That means that you, of course, coming from being kind of that natural, but, you know, the man upstairs was looking after you ever since you were a little kid. And then being in church and being able to be that director and knowing that, hey, you know, this is where I'm going to take her. And then you all of a sudden just starting to get the big roles in classic movies. And then being able to get yourself involved in being that, you know, that icon that people need to know about. Right?
Yes.
Putting yourself out there and being able to have people to know more about you as a person, but being humble and being real and then getting more inspiration to be able to get to that next level in the soap operas and feature films. And then all of a sudden starting to be that director and producer on plays, right? On stage and people vibe into that energy. The reason why I give this shirt because a gem always continues to shine, and that's you. You're continuously shining, and you're shining with people that you're sitting at the same table as Meryl Streep. And I think that is a beautiful thing. And also the people, of course, that we've shown, those are milestones that I'm very proud to actually have you on this show, but also for a lot of the people to be inspired by your goodness. Now, of course, there's going to be a part 2 to this, but you are already part of the Rico No Suave show family. So congratulations, love. Congratulations. Let's go.
Thank you. Yes. You're a wonderful interviewer, and I wish you most success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we got to show everybody your social media before we get out of here because time is not on our side. Hey, so the first one is this. I think it's that Instagram, actress.roquel.lafayette. Let's go. Make sure you go and follow her on Instagram. Make sure you go and follow on Instagram. Here's the next one. You already know, Roquel Lafayette on Facebook. Yeah, make sure if you add her, make sure you say, hey, I saw you on the Rico No Suave show. But don't be spamming her. All right, here's the next one. The next one, it's all about the Playhouse, baby. Playhouse Productions, right? This is Lafayette Playhouse Productions. Make sure you go and follow her. Everybody, go and, hey, I don't need to invite you. I'm telling you now. Go ahead and make sure you go ahead and follow her and blow her page up. IMDb is really important here. So Roquel Lafayette, make sure you go and check her out on our IMDb. If you're a producer, if you're a director, if you're looking for great talent, such as Roquel, make sure you please go ahead and check out our IMDb. And last but not least, we do have a website for her. It is www.roquellafayette.com. Make sure you go ahead and check that out, everybody. Make sure you go to her website. Show her nothing but love. But hey, this is what we're all about. Roquel, I want to thank you so much for being on the show with me today. And everybody that actually enjoyed your presence here was awesome. So any last words you want to say to anyone out there?
I just keep your head up no matter what's going on. Keep your faith and keep it pushing.
All right, my love. Well, I will actually let you go. Thank you so much for actually being here on the Rico No Suave show. I'll see you later, everybody. Round of applause. Right. I can't hear you, but still clap for Roquel Lafayette. See you, love. Everybody, it's your boy Rico No Suave. Thank you guys so much for being here on the show with us today. Man, I had such a blast living the dream of a dream. I'm telling you, she is one of the people that, hey, when you're hearing more about what's happening in people's lives, you just get more inspired. But she has a roadmap of great milestones that she has accomplished, and hopefully you got inspired today as well too. Everybody, we got to show you our social media before we get out of here. Hey, the first one is this one. Let's go. TheRicoNoSuaveShow.com. Yes, of course, you'll be able to look at our past highlights as well too on our show and just browse around. I think you'll like it. Let's go to the next one. Oh yeah, it is Facebook. Rico No Suave Show. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow us on the Rico No Suave Show. Like and love everything we're doing there. Here's the next one. Oh, yeah. Instagram. Hey, if you're an Instagram lover, we love you. Make sure you go to Instagram, Rico No Suave Show, and click on that follow, and we'll follow you back. This one's a big one as well, too. On our YouTube, we're growing our YouTube channel, so make sure you please go to Rico No Suave Show. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this as well, too, if you're on YouTube. Oh, yeah. To all my podcasters that's out there that just love audio only, you know, we go live and then it turns into a podcast of audio. Make sure you go to mixcloud.com/Rico No Suave Show. Everybody, thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you. Miss Robinson, Rico uses his suave. Thank you. I appreciate you. That was good. Everybody, we want to thank you guys so much for being here on the show with us. And tune in next week, everybody. We're here for you all the time. Until next time, everybody, we'll see you soon as we end off the show just like this.